Today is the 2nd of November in the year 2024, and we are at Healing Spring Weekend Retreat, and we have a chance to sit together as a community to have a Dharma class. Maybe the word class can trigger something in us. Yeah, maybe we have an idea of, oh, I need to study or something. But in fact, in the retreat, we just want to spend a good time together. So this morning, I want to make sure that everyone to have a good time and to make good use of an hour ahead of the time that can give us capacity to stay more in the present moment. Yeah. Mm. In our life, we need a nutritious food to make us grow every day, to continue and to improve our life, to have a life that is move forward with strength, because we want to have a healthy body, but also we want to have a healthy mind to move on. Without a healthy body, we cannot move too far. Yeah, so if we have a health right now, how can we preserve that health, no matter what state it is, and to look at the possibility of improve it. Otherwise, we learn how to be at peace with it. And the mind is also the same. We would like to also understand the mind much better so that we can move on as far as possible. Without a healthy mind, we know that our life will not be so smooth. So sometimes we have a good body, healthy body, but our mind is not very happy. And it is quite disturbing our life sometimes. So both of them are very important, and both of them, we want them to have a good food, to good nutrition, so that it can move as far as possible. And the mind is also like the body, like our muscle can grow, our body can grow, our mind also can grow. And Buddha, in that time, in the year 2600 years ago, very long time ago, and he discovered a way to bring the mind and body together so that it can grow and support each other. When the mind is not well, the body can support, and when the body is not well, the mind can support. And we found out that the body and the mind pretty much inter-are. They link with each other. The health of the body lying on the mind, and the mind's health is also lying at the body. So we can help our mind through our body, and we can help our body through our mind. If we think too much, maybe the body become weak too, because it would interrupt our sleep, our rest, and etc. And if the body do too much, the mind also becomes stressful. So this is something that we can learn, and to see how to rest anything that is excessive. Like if the mind is excessive, we rest the mind because we know that the mind will affect the body. If the body do too much, then we can rest the body so that it can also help the mind. And in a practice center like this, we want to train both of them, to rest both of them, the body and the mind. So in this weekend, somebody will cook for you, so you don't have to think what you will eat, what you need to cook, so that you can rest your body and you also can rest your mind. And what we can do during this weekend so that it is not too boring. So we give you some activity, like this morning we have a class to just explore something together so that we can have something focusing so that our mind does not go 10 direction. Yeah. So this morning I would like to share with you in more detail on how to practice walking meditation. Probably this is very rare to find in any online resources. If you want to look for sitting meditation, very easy. You can just search, you can find many videos and things like this to learn. But the walking is pretty difficult to find. Our teacher found that the walking meditation is very helpful to help the body and also to help the mind. At that time, he went through a tough time because he was a peace activist at that time, facing the war in Vietnam and also being exiled and cannot go back to his country. And yet all of his job were in Vietnam. So in a very difficult situation, he found himself, the body and the mind are not very well. Fortunately, the walking meditation was able to stabilize his state of mind and his state of life. And he found out that the walking can be very nourishing and healing. And in fact, the walking meditation has been practiced in the time of the Buddha too. Every day, the monks at that time go out to beg for food. They have to practice walking meditation for miles, going to the village, do their arms round, and then come back to the monastery and share the food together. So roughly we will do the same also today. Before our lunch, we will go for a walk mindfully, and then we come back and share our food together. We know all how to walk, but it is nice to improve our walk in a way that every time we walk, it has some good nutriment for our body and mind. Walking, we need energy to walk. We cannot just, it's a magical thing to walk. If one nerve get pinched, you cannot walk anymore. Yeah. You may have pain in your legs and things like this. So when we are able to walk, it means the whole system in a good condition that allow us to stand on our small feet, to hold how many kilos of our body, and all the muscles are able to hold that and make us move forward without falling down. So it's a very magical moment to walk. And sometimes we can use the unwholesome energy to walk, which is rushing energy. The rushing energy is not very green. So when we walk with that energy, we may feel stressful constantly and we can feel tired very quickly. Of course, we have to rush if we are late. Like say our train is about to depart and we know that if we don't run, we will not get that train, then we have to. Or the flight, we sometimes we have to rush. So there are moments when we have to rush, but there are moments also we don't have to rush. And when the moment we don't have to rush, we should not rush. We can use that moment to nourish us, to nourish our body and our mind. Yesterday, you may have already some orientation on walking meditation, and today we will practice it in more detail. And sometime, um, in order to learn a new practice, we need to cut that practice into small scales. It's like when you want to play guitar, you learn the hand, the fingers, you learn the chords separately, all the pieces, and then you bring them together. Or when you learn swimming, maybe you learn hand first, or you learn the legs, and you learn the breathing, and then you bring all the things together. So to this morning, I would like to invite everyone to just allow yourself to explore the walking. I will cut that exercise into pieces. What does it mean, arrive in every step? What does it mean, combine with your breath? What does it mean, every step you feel arrive? So this is something that we can explore together. Probably we listen to one sound of the bell, and then after that we can slowly stand up, and we will practice that exercises. Yeah. So the first exercise is just simply walk, but what you want to make sure if your job is to detect, am I rushing or not? Because this is something we want to relax. We want to walk relaxingly. Yeah, so walk as you like, but relaxingly. Just detect. If you feel rushing or impatient, you just recognize it and then bring it back to your step that is bring you relaxation. It does not have to be slow, super slow. It does not have to be like this. Just normal pace. And then if you see that, oh, I'm impatient, then you can also stop a few seconds, just recognize it and accept it, that there is this energy. And you tell yourself that, actually, I want to walk just being relaxed, and then you continue to walk relaxingly again. Yeah? And then after, we will start with the sound of the bell, and then we end with the sound of the bell for the next exercise. Okay? We can walk any direction. We continue to the second exercise, which is walk a little bit slower than just now. So when you walk, what you want to do is to just feel the contact of the sole of your feet to the floor as much as you can. If you have thinking, you recognize it, you have thinking, it's okay, there's no problem, it's not mistake. It's just your mind is gone from your feet, and you just need to simply bring it back to your feet and feel it again. One or two breaths, it's okay. And then maybe you forget again, it's also okay, and then you come back again and walk again. So to make sure that you feel it, you feel this is the ground, you can feel it. Yeah, so just feel the ground of your soul. Yeah. You can start again. So we constantly knowing that our feet, the sole touching the ground. We put our concentration as much as we can. Is everyone okay with this exercise? Do you want to share something with the group? Your experience? How easy, how difficult?
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Yeah.
I think it's a podcast and something I've been reading recently about earthing and walking bare feet on earth rather than with shoes.
Yeah.
Is this sort of connected with that?
Yes, that will be the next step. So So the question is now, can we touch the ground as much as we can? We don't have to be always aware that you are touching on the ground, but to know as much as we can, engage with that feeling touching the ground. That is this exercise about.
I think there was a sharing.
Yes.
I found it harder to stay concentrated on my feet
Yeah.
while I was like looking up.
Yeah.
Because as soon as something came into my vision,
Yeah.
my attention was splitted. So
Yes.
when I was looking down, it was way easier.
Yes. So find your own way, and the key is don't try to be perfect. Okay. Of course, our main attention is the touching of the ground, but we don't want to idealize it like every moment should be like that. Huh? So sometimes we also get lost a little bit. It's just to let us know that, oh, I have thinking or I get lost. It's okay. But I always have freedom to come back again to the touching of the ground. So the exercise is not trying to make us to be perfect. So this is something very important. But just to have the experience of your sole of the feet touching the ground, that is good enough. Okay? So the next one, the next exercise is still the same, like the second one. But this time, you are all invited to relax all your legs, the whole legs. So you walk in a way that your legs can feel relaxed. Because sometimes this is a kind of like a very new way of walking. You may lose a little bit of your balance, and your body does not really want to follow what you're doing because your body has the habit, it memorized the way you walk normally. And when it recognizes that you don't walk like that, it gives you some reaction. So we just embrace it. It's okay. Yeah. So sometimes the body give you a little bit of imbalance. You just stop and rebalance yourself again, and then you start slowly walk again. So this one is you focus on your whole legs, every step. You touch the ground, but you relax your legs. If you find a tension, find a way to relax it directly. If you cannot, then you stop and make it relax, and then you walk again. Just to try, just to make a small effort to relax your legs and enjoy every step. Yeah. So this is enjoying the legs, the relaxing the legs. Relaxing your knees, relaxing your thigh, If we have difficulty to feel relaxed, we can stop for a few seconds and then we walk again. I hope everyone can relax the legs. Anybody would like to share something on relaxing the legs?
Yes.
Yes.
I felt that the more I want to control my step, more I have tension
Yes.
in
Yeah.
my legs.
Yeah.
So the balance is difficult with the letting go and to take care of the balance,
Yeah.
not to fall.
Yeah. Yeah. So in fact, to relax the legs, you have to allow the legs to walk, not trying to walk relaxingly. So we just allow because our legs know how to walk, you just allow it to walk. And then you just need to check what is happening. If your legs is start to tense, then you know it is it's a tension, and you allow, or you tell your feet, your legs, that you have a little bit tension, maybe you can relax, and see if the legs can relax or not. If not, then you stop, so that the legs can feel stopping a little bit. Because sometimes we walk like this, the leg also give you a signal that I feel tired, you walk like that. So sometimes it happens like that. Yeah. So the next one is we walk again like this, relaxing the legs. And now we want to have more energy of relaxation. Now we go to the top of your whole body. When we walk in a way that the whole body can feel relaxed, not only the legs but also the body, especially our shoulders, our back. Can we walk in a way that everything in our body feel relaxed, and at the same time we know that we enjoy every step with the body, the whole body relaxing. Yeah. So we do again, continue the exercise with the whole body relaxed every step. How do you feel? Do you feel relaxed? Anybody would like to share?
I find it like even harder when I was walking slowly because I didn't get the momentum to be relaxed. More, I was a bit faster. I got this momentum, not too shake every time. So, and then when I got this momentum, I tried to slow down, but keeping this momentum in the movement, not to be discontinued.
Yeah, not to disturb, not to stop. Yeah.
I found that if I was going, I mean, I noticed everybody's got a slightly different pace.
Yes.
Yours is actually faster than the real
Yes.
slow ones, and I
Yes.
prefer your pace.
Okay.
I find if I'm going too slow, I'm almost finding it awkward.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful. Yeah. So everyone can just find your own pace, right? So because sometimes the body just does not want to walk slowly. Yeah. Anyone else? Can you feel relaxed, the whole body?
I find it's like sometimes an interplay between how am I going to crisscross
Yeah.
and can I relax?
Okay.
But,
But are you able to feel relaxed? Yes. Anyone else?
I find just in general, like walking around, I find it much easier to relax than sitting cross-legged. It just feels much more natural, moving
Yeah.
at speed.
Yeah.
Down. I can't think of anything there.
Sure. Anyone else before we go to the next one?
I had some moments where I felt like a little bit insecure, and I realized that my legs are will hold me in each step. So like I was like, oh, when I'm just walking free, and I feel like a little bit insecure, and then I start to enjoy how the legs just like step in and like walking just naturally.
Yeah.
Also, I felt like when I was a little bit shaky, then I found it easier to relax if I let myself be shaky.
Yeah.
It's okay if I'm a little bit shaky, but also like to try to like trust that I have balance.
Yeah.
As long as I'm like grounded to the floor,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. Yeah. The shaky feeling, as I share, is just a reaction of the body that does not like to walk slowly like that, because we have our own pace before, and we are kind of modified it a little bit right now. That's why the body gives you some reaction, either through thought, through thinking, or through this unbalance of the body. Or sometimes the body also can give you some discomfort feeling through your thigh, through your back, whatever. It gives some reaction that it does not like to walk like that, because it is not used to walk like that. Yeah. But we just need to embrace it. We don't need to judge, we don't need to hate it, we just need to embrace it. We understand that it is a reaction, that's all. But what we want is, can I relax my body? And that is the most important. Okay, right now we can all stay in this side. I think it's enough for us, everyone, I hope. And then we will cross through this hall. So our destination is here, and then we arrive in this place, and then we turn again and we walk, and then the next destination is over there. But what we want is to use the exercise that we have done. You remember the first exercise is to identify the impatient to arrive. So when we feel impatient to arrive, we tell ourselves, no, actually I arrive in every step, not jump to there, right? You cannot just jump to that place because the body will push you to walk a little bit faster to arrive here. So what you want is to walk in a way that's the same. We continue the exercise. The whole body feel relaxed. You feel every step. And this time you tell yourself, like, every step I arrive there actually. I just need to focus on my step. I will arrive there. But every step I feel already arrive. It's arriving. And every step I arrive fully. Every step I arrive fully. And when I arrive, I can turn. When I turn my body, I know that I'm turning off my body. And then I stop and make sure that now I changed my direction. I arrive again every step. I arrive again every step. I arrive again every step. And this time you even can make your step a little bit smaller. So normally if you do a step like this, maybe you step a little bit smaller and relax the whole body. And those of you who pass through this cushion, maybe your feet will have all different sensation when you step on the cushion or the mats. So this is the next exercise that we want to try to experience. So every step is arriving. And this time also, it's a little bit more exercise in this one. It's also combined with your breath, because every out breath actually can release more tension. So when we walk, if you pay attention to your in breath and out breath, especially the out breath, your out breath can release the whole tension of your step. So I give you several exercises for this one, and do what you remember. If you don't remember, don't buzzy your head with that. So the main point is to walk relaxingly, arrive in your destination and turn mindfully and go back. But with the mind that is peaceful, with the body that is relaxed, every step you arrive. Yeah, we try this exercise. We don't need to walk too slow. Every step arrive and relax. Every step I feel arrive. Every step I feel solid. Every step I feel relaxed. Every step I touch peace. Every step I touch silence. Now we can come back to our cushion. Let us listen to one sound of the bell to just enjoy the feeling in our body after walking. Taking our in breath and out breath. I hope you enjoy your walk just now. And there are more. We can explore more. And there's no limit on improving our walking. And this is what we say, walking can be spiritual too. So the spirituality does not have to be a religion. It does not have to be a belief. It does not have to be something that is outside of the daily life. But in fact, the spirituality can be right at the core of our daily life. Every single action of the body and the mind can be spiritual, can be something that bring us peace, bring us understanding, bring us nourishment in the present moment. So this kind of walk is very helpful when we have a lot of thinking, a lot of worries. Because sometimes when we have difficulty that we are trying to look at the solution, the mind will turn us around and around and around. And yet we cannot get the answer. But the mind is continued to turn around and turn around. But actually when the time is right, the answer will come to you. Or the situation will come to you as a reality to solve the problem. It's not through the thinking to solve the problem. So in order to not waste our energy of thinking around and around without solution, we allow ourselves to just enjoy our step. So when we walk, when we have that situation, we tell ourselves, let's go for a walk. And when we walk, we tell ourselves that this problem is cooking right now. Don't open the lid too often. So when we cook, sometimes if you open the lid too often, the food cannot cook well. Yeah. So maybe this one is like a slow cooker, so you should not open it. Yeah. So you allow your challenge of life being in the slow cook, and while you do your daily life mindfully, so that you don't have to think too much, and allow that things to continue to cook. When it is cooked, it lets you know. Yeah. The life will let you know, the time will let you know. It does not mean that we should not care about our future. We should care about our future. In fact, our future is very important because this is the moment where we are heading to. So when you cross from there to here, that is your future. It's very important. And that future depends on every step that you make to arrive here. If your journey from there to here, full of rushing and stress, you know that when you arrive here, you will be exhausted with stress and fatigue. But if you go through every step in peace, mindfully, anyway, you will arrive here, right? And when you arrive here, you know that you have that freshness, you have that peace, you have that feeling, resting feeling. And that's what we want in our life. And this is something that is not happen in one night and one day. It's a long life learning. If you want to learn more, you can also read from our teacher's book called How to Walk. It's a very small book, and one chapter is only one page, so it's very easy to read with a very simple exercises. Every page is one exercise that can make us feel more motivated to walk in a way that nourishing us. So we can go on and on. The exercise will never stop. For example, there's one exercise that walk in the kingdom of God, for example. So walk as if, not as if, actually we are walking on the kingdom of God. If the colorful trees and the birds singing, the golden leaves on the ground, if that is not in the kingdom of God, then it's the kingdom of what? So the earth is a jewel. If we see from the pictures of the universe, the earth is a very beautiful planet with a blue color, clouds and things like that. And we are living inside the earth. And sometimes we can walk with that spirit of walking in the universe, in the jewel of the cosmos, the earth. Yeah? No matter how challenges the earth facing, the earth still gives all its beauty, and we are able to enjoy that gravity and walk every step. And that every moment with that attention can nourish our happiness, can nourish our mind. And when our mind is nourished, our body also feels nourished. The exercise that we just made is like the body support the mind, and the mind support the body. You can see very clearly in that exercise. And this weekend, these few weeks, we have this many celebrations. Some people celebrate Halloween, and some people celebrate their ancestors, and some people celebrate death, and many, many other things. And this is also a good opportunity for us to remember that the way we walk is from evolution too, from Pithecanthropus erectus, the one that learned how to stand straight. And it allows us to walk right now, today. So we walk with the whole ancestor. So every step is a victory of our ancestors. We enjoy for them. Maybe at that time the walking straight is not as perfect as now, and now is really straight and very good. We also walk for those who has no peace inside of them. So when we walk in a way that we can have peace, we know that this peace is also belongs to anyone that need, and we represent them to feel that peace. Especially right now in the world, there are many places that has no peace. And when we walk in peace, we know that this energy is a contribution for this earth. This energy is also contribution for our world right now, for our humanity. So mindfulness practice in our tradition here is not a personal matter. Once we practice, the well-being is not only for us, but it's also for our family, it's also for our society and for our world. We know very clearly that suffering and happiness is not a personal matter. When we look at the situation at the earth, we cannot be happy 100%. We always have some concern about what is happening. So it is a collective thing. And when we have peace, we also know that this peaceful feeling is not belong to our personal also. It belongs to the whole collective. So this is something that we can practice with the mindfulness, concentration, and insight. We will be able to cultivate this insight of interbeing. So what we do is we can see that it's very impactful. This is also to help us to feel helpless in our daily life, because we always can do something. Yeah. And the last thing that I would like to share is, so this weekend you can practice like this when you walk on the staircase, on the wooden floor, during the day when you go around. You can put that attention to your body. Am I relaxed enough in my steps? Because we will walk a lot during the day, move a lot too. And when you have free time, you also can walk up the hill and go down and enjoy that step, or go out to the village and come back here when you have free time, so that you can really exercise with the body and with the mind. Can I improve my peaceful feeling? Can I improve my relaxation? Can I work together with my body? Can I accept my mind? This is very important practice. I don't know if anyone has question before I end the session.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there something like speaking meditation? Because I feel like if I listen to a Dharma talk,
Yeah.
it always sounds so mindful.
Yeah.
Like every sentence is a little Bible.
Yes, we call it loving speech. We call it mindful speech. So the mindful speech is the speech that has attention to be compassionate, to have love inside. So when someone listens to that, something is changing in their mind. So that is, we call it loving speech. And this is what we can practice also in our daily life. And loving speech is pretty much related to the mindful listening too. Without mindful listening, mindful speech is not there. Yeah. So we need to have both. In our daily conversation, it is very important to have someone who speaks and someone who listens. Just listen. And when that person is finished speaking, then we can share our opinion. Otherwise, it's very difficult to have a conversation if everyone speaks at the same time. Yeah. Everyone listening is rarely happen, because if both are silent, we cannot really listen. Yeah. So when we speak, even we are not agreeing with what we listen, we just listen, continue to listen. And this is very important in any relationship, in a professional relationship, in a couple relationship, in a family relationship. Very important to have mindful listening. Sometimes we think that we live with someone and we think that we know this person perfectly. But actually, we just memorize all the bad habit of that person. So we think that I know he or she will be always like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Yeah? But actually, it's just a small list of that person, not the bigger picture. And from time to time, in our monastic community, even we know each other or we live together for quite some time, from time to time, we still have a session to just ask the brother, can you share about your childhood? Can you share about your young age life? Because many of us, we may feel like, that is already in the past, I don't want to talk about it. I already go through the whole things. Now, it's not, I don't want to come back to it. And sometimes we have that habit, and actually, the mindfulness practice is encourage us to actually go back and to recognize what is happening, whether it's good or bad. We need to come back, look at it, and make it part of our life, because it is true that it is in the past, it's true that it's no longer there, but the experience is still in our body and our mind. So we need to also have the solidity of the present moment to go back, to tell the story. So our partner, our friends also know, because what we are today depends on the past. So what we are today also make the future. Yeah? So it's very important, that information is very important for the people who relate to us to know where our past come from, so that we can understand, we allow the understanding in the present moment more, because without understanding we cannot love. So this is the power of the mindfulness in the present moment. So listening is also loving speech. Yeah. Last question.
Isn't the story, sorry, isn't the story from the past can also be an obstruction to be in the present?
Yes. So sometimes because we want to avoid our past, it does not allow us to be in the present too. Because then our present moment is always running away from something. Because we built this habit of running away from the past, then our present moment is always running away from something. Let's say you have a bad habit, bad experience in the past, then in the present moment you cannot accept that situation in the past. So in the present moment, your mind have a tendency to run away from that situation, and your mind try to recognize what is happening in the present moment. Is it reflect the same situation from the past? Then you have to react on the present moment too. So then our life in the present moment is full of avoiding something. Try to avoid problems, try to avoid conflicts, try to avoid so many things. It is because we had a past experience that we don't dare to come back and to see. But to come back and to see, you need to cultivate the solidity of the present moment. You need to have a way to stand still in the present moment, so that you are able to look at behind. Otherwise, when you look at behind without solidity in the present moment, you get swept away by the past. Yeah. So this is something that we need to be careful with. In the practice of transforming difficulty of the past, we have several images. So the first image is collecting wood before the winter comes. So we make sure that we have enough stock of happiness in the present moment before we come back to the past. Because if you don't have enough wood and the winter already come and you start to build, to find wood during the winter time is a little bit too much to face. You have to work and you have to face the cold at the same time. And the second image is it's like a snake in the garden. You know that in your garden there's a hole, and in that hole there is a snake. But you don't have enough skill and time and space to take care of that snake. So you better say to that snake, please stay there. I will come back to you later. Yeah. So this is also the way how we face our difficulty. Sometimes we already see what we avoid, but we know that I'm still very stressful right now. I'm not in a good condition. My body is not well peaceful. My mind is not well peaceful. Maybe I should not go back first. And I will come back to you later. Yeah. And then you can focus on building your solidity in the present moment, to have some skill to stay in the present moment, to have some skill to find nourishment in the present moment. It is very important. Yeah. Thank you for the question. So today we will have a chance to also to walk to the cemetery because yes, in France we have La Toussaint. Yeah, so it's to celebrate our ancestor, to remember our ancestor. And when we go there, we know that our body is also our ancestors' body. This is not a belief. This is not a religion belief. If you take one part of your body, bring to the laboratory can tell you the DNA. So we know that they are ancestors in us. And when we walk peacefully, our ancestors also are in peace. And not only our ancestor, but our descendant also are in peace. So enjoy your weekend. So when you enjoy your weekend, you know that your whole ancestor enjoy your weekend and your whole descendant also enjoy your weekend. Because yourself on Monday is your descendant also. Yeah. So we enjoy this weekend and rest as much as you can.